All right, let's take a trip back to 2004. This was the era of glossy primetime soaps, shows built on beautiful people, exotic locations, and storylines that absolutely refused to stay calm. And today, we're talking about one of the most forgotten examples of that trend, a TV show that seemed to have everything going for it, but somehow vanished almost as quickly as it arrived. This is the story of Fox's North Shore. North Shore was a prime-time soap opera that premiered in June of 2004. It ran for just one season, but what a season it was! The entire show was set at a fictional luxury resort in Hawaii called the Grand Waimea Hotel, located on Oahu's North Shore. From the very beginning, this series knew exactly what it wanted to be: sun-drenched beaches, high-end luxury, and non-stop personal drama. It was unapologetically designed as a guilty pleasure escape. At the center of it all was a classic soap opera setup, a complicated love story. Our main character is Jason Matthews, the hotel's general manager. He's a local guy who worked his way up, knows the resort inside and out, and genuinely cares about keeping it afloat. Then, on the very first day of the series, his past walks right back into his life. Nicole Booth arrives as the hotel's new director of guest relations. She's smart, polished, powerful, and she's also the woman who broke Jason's heart years earlier. Oh, and there's one more thing. Nicole is the daughter of a billionaire. Almost immediately, the tension is set. Jason and Nicole are forced to work closely together, reopening old wounds while trying to remain professional. And just as things start to resurface between them, Nicole reveals a major twist. She's engaged. To make matters even worse, her father is actively trying to buy the Grand Waimea, threatening not only Jason's job, but the entire future of the resort. Personal drama and corporate pressure collide, and that really set the tone for the entire series. But North Shore wasn't just about Jason and Nicole. The hotel was filled with staff members, guests, and locals, and every single one of them had their own storyline. And if you watch it today, you'll recognize at least one face immediately. Yes, long before Aquaman, long before Game of Thrones, Jason Momoa appeared on North Shore as Frankie So, the hotel bartender. Frankie was the steady presence behind the bar, loyal, observant, and clearly hiding a complicated past of his own. Then there was Tessa Lewis, played by Amanda Righetti. She was a former con artist working as the assistant concierge, constantly manipulating situations and people to climb higher within the hotel. Other characters rounded out the ensemble. Gabriel, a lifeguard chasing a professional surfing dream. MJ, a waitress secretly designing her own fashion line. Chris, an extreme sports operator drawn to risk in every part of his life. Even the hotel's owner, Vincent Colville, had major storylines, including his ongoing battle with Nicole's powerful father over control of the Grand Waimea. With a cast like this, the show leaned fully into soap opera escalation, and it didn't hold back. Over the course of the season, North Shore introduced betrayals, secret relationships, corporate power plays, blackmail, kidnapping, and long-buried family secrets. Things got even bigger when the show brought in a true soap legend. Shannon Doherty joined the cast midway through the season as Alexandra Hudson. Alexandra is revealed to be Nicole's half-sister, a connection that was kept secret for years. She arrives in Hawaii with her own agenda and immediately becomes one of the most disruptive forces in the series. By this point, North Shore was fully committed to being over-the-top primetime drama. And then, just as the storylines reached their peak, the ratings didn't. While the show did receive a full season order, a strong sign of confidence, critical reception was mixed. Some critics argued that the series focused too heavily on wealthy characters without giving audiences enough emotional depth to stay invested. Others saw it simply as glossy escapism that struggled to stand out in a crowded TV landscape. By January 2005, Fox made the decision to cancel North Shore. In the US, 20 episodes aired. But the story didn't actually end there, because North Shore had already completed one additional episode, episode 21, titled The End. This episode was fully produced, but it did not air on Fox in the United States. In that final episode, several major storylines are resolved. Jason and Nicole finally overcome the obstacles and get married. As a wedding gift, Jason is given ownership control of the Grand Waimea, the culmination of everything he's been fighting for since the pilot. It's the happy ending the show had been building toward. But North Shore wasn't finished yet. In the final moments of the episode, Jason and Nicole get into their car to leave for their honeymoon. Jason turns the ignition, the car explodes, the screen cuts to black. And that's where the series ends. No follow-up, no resolution, no answers. Because the show was canceled, that cliffhanger was never addressed on television. Today, the full series, including the unaired finale, survives online, making North Shore one of the rare examples of a primetime soap that literally ended in an explosion and never came back. When you look back at the cast, the ambitious setup, and that unforgettable ending, it's hard not to wonder what might have happened if the show had lasted just one more season. But it didn't. And that unresolved ending is exactly why North Shore remains such a fascinating, forgotten relic of 2000s television. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which forgotten TV shows you want us to revisit next.